50% money back to the students on returning the books. So this is the basic core model for Bucketbolt. I mean, how do we differentiate? I mean, this is the business model. To give the overview, the presentation goes this way. We get the books from the distributor. The idea is very clear. I mean, we get the books from the distributors at certain discount. We pass on the discount to the students. And next year we do the buyback of the books, and those books are sold again to the students as second-hand books on the website. So the students can buy fresh books as well as second-hand books from the website, and this cycle continues till the books are in syllabus. So this is basically the thing how it is work. This is here you can see the buyback strategies. Initially we had very less logistics power. I mean, currently we have our own logistics team, plus we have tied up with courier services as well. So initially in terms of buyback, what we did, we used to hold camps in colleges where students can gather, and we collect books from them, give them the money back, and then put those books on the website as the second-hand books. So this is the thing that we did. Then we came across the issue that we need to have a lot of cash while returning the books to the students. Since a bookstore is limited to a suburb or a city, we had reach widely across the cities where we operated. So then we developed a strategy where students can directly sell the books online, the amounts get credited to his account. It's like, if you have bought book from us this year, next year you can sell the books directly, and the 50% amount gets credited to your Bucketbolt account, and you can use that amount for further buying of the books. So you don't have to pay for your new books. The cycle continues till you are studying actually, and at the end of the year you get the money back. So we save money in that as well. So this is the entire thing that we do. So, and to give you a brief about how the market is, 40% of the education system consists of higher education, and another 40 schools. So currently our focus till date was higher education, 40%, and now we have started with schools as well, IGCSE, IB board, ICSE, and all those kind of stuff. So, and to give you a more brief about our what we did in this 18 months, 20 months or so, we have a rental model in Mumbai and Pune, and we are setting up in Gujarat as well. Till date we have sold books to more than around 8,000 students across Mumbai, Pune, and now we're starting with Gujarat as well. So our next target is about 22,000 students whom we want to sell the books as well. Plus we have got other books as well, like entrance exam books, CA books, which are generally common India wide. So we sell those books also on pan-India basis. So that is the thing. See, as seen, I'll tell you some of the stats which I got from IDFC a year back. They say that higher education books market is about $500 million, and if you consider the school books also, it's about $600 to $750 million. So the entire market is about $1.25 billion currently in India. And the best part is they say that in India 70% of the books are reused. So this creates an ideal platform for us to flourish, because there are dozens of online portals, they sell only books. Like suppose you go to Philip Kotler marketing management book, Flipkart will give you about a 35% discount, and on our website is about 20% discount, but we give a 50% money back next year. So you save 35% on Flipkart and you save 70% on Bucketbolt. And students who need the second-hand books can buy second-hand Philip Kotler as well from the website directly. So this is the thing. And in terms of my competition, I'll tell you, recently since last 1 year, many bookstores have started on the same model, but they're still small as compared to what we do. Their size is small, their product offering is small. Copy Kitab, Stuff Bag, and as you all know, physical stores are our biggest competitors. So currently we have to develop an edge over our competitors in terms of the service that we give to the students. We try to reach to the areas where normal bookstore is actually not present. So that is the thing about Bucketbolt I think you should know. And few years from now, we want to develop a service where we are known as a textbook rental, proper textbook rental store. We want to develop our own logistics where we get connected to the students, buy back those books in the cities where we are operating, because the biggest glitch of e-commerce in India currently is logistics. I mean, you set up a store, many open source softwares are available, you can do it just in half an hour, 1 hour, the entire store is ready. But what about logistics? And upon that we are into reverse logistics. Reverse logistics means you sell the books to a student, you have to get this book to the student, get back from the students from their places. So currently in India, no courier company does this kind of reverse logistics, and that is the biggest glitch which we are facing, and we are developing our own logistics model to sell the books. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, was I audible to all the people here?
Audible. So a few people said that there is an issue, but then you were audible.
Okay. So should I increase the volume because my system is on full currently? I don't know. How can I increase the volume or something like that?
Hello. Ashif, can you hear me? Ashif, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. I can
Yeah,
hear you, but the
sure.
voice is a bit low.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, participants. This is Ablash this side from Nurture Talent Academy. And
Yeah.
yeah, so Kashyap, people are facing a low voice from your end. So kindly, if you can increase your system default voice in volume, so that will be
Yeah,
more
I
convenient.
just checked it. If you can see on my screen as well,
Uh-huh.
it's on full currently.
Okay. So I request to all the participants, kindly if you can just increase the default volume of your system, that will be more convenient for all of us. So that this problem of means audible problem which you are facing, the problem with the volume, that will be solved. So
Because you
Kashyap,
know, even
yeah.
I'm hearing.
The
Yeah.
webinar will begin shortly. Is what is coming to that.
Okay. Along with it, the participant which are facing the problem, that webinar will be
Will begin
begin
shortly.
shortly. So kindly re-log into the webinar, so that will be more convenient for all you people. So Kashyap, you can start with your presentation, then you can continue, and we'll take a break in around 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
So what you told me, I was not able to hear it properly.
Okay, so Kashyap, you can start with your presentation and you can continue with that. And soon we'll have.
So I am done with whatever I wanted to tell to the people. I mean, I
Okay,
open to talk because I feel it should be more interactive than it would be much better for me as well.
okay. So I suppose participants must have questions. So I'll mute the participants which are available. So participants, do you have any kind of a questions? Yes. I'm unmuting Ashish Chedda, who has a question, who has raised his hand. So kindly, Ashish, you can speak now. Hold for a second. Participants, we are facing some kind of a technical problem right now. So you can ask a question in the chat window. We'll pass the question to Kashyap. There is no problem in that. So we'll looking over the problem. Kashyap, you can hear me? Hello, Kashyap, you can hear me? Hello, Kashyap. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, Kashyap.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear
Yes.
you. And Actually, we were just having some problem in unmuting the participants. So,
Okay.
even I'm just requesting all the participants, you can just ask a question to Kashyap. That will be more convenient. I'll pass the question to Kashyap. Kashyap, you can continue with your presentation. Again, once again, I suppose the more of the participants have joined us right now. So if you can just tell more words from your end, so that will be more convenient for means like participants. They'll get a nice session with you. So for that, we'll just talk to means like we'll solving the issue which is we are facing right now. Okay, Kashyap. Yeah, Kashyap, you can say.
E-commerce venture. Basically, we are an e-commerce company, but more focused towards education sector. I mean, our core focus is to remain in education sector, whether it's textbooks or in future, if we might start anything, but everything would be related to education sector currently. Basically the reason for starting a venture in education sector is because I feel the spending power in education sector is endless. I mean, recession hits the people in their buying in terms of clothes, accessories and everything, but education is something where no one will, even if there's recession, no one is going to ask, I'm not going to pay the fees, or I'm going to pay a less fees to a good college. So this is a sector which I have chosen for myself, and I'm really bullish about the sector in what I am doing currently. We started with education, I mean textbooks online and into e-commerce, but definitely we certainly look forward to developing an entire ecosystem for education for students, where not only books but they can share knowledge and interact with other people. So that is the plan going forward for Bucketbolt currently. And since we are operational in terms of renting in Mumbai and Pune, basically for rentals we're starting in Gujarat as well, but the plan is to go to at least 15 cities, in 15 to 20 cities in next 2 years, where we have our operation office. The reason for setting up an operation office, because
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
yeah. So the reason for you might think that it's an e-commerce company, why you need to have an operation office. The reason for having an operations office, the basic thing is we are into reverse logistics. I mean, when you're going to buy back a book, and the pertaining to university specific, let's if I give an example of Mumbai and Pune, since we are in Mumbai University, we need to buy back the books of Mumbai University. And about Pune University, we need to buy back the book of Pune University. So the major problem is, if we are operating in Mumbai, it is completely no point that getting the books of Pune University to Mumbai and then again shipping it to Pune. So to manage all this, we need a operational position or operational place in the cities in which we are operating. So that is the core reason for setting up operational office, basically for the reverse logistics. And since we are into university specific books, so that is the core thing.
Kashyap,
Yeah, that's it. And again,
we have solved the problem right now. So if you can just start with your presentation from starting, because we still have lots of time right now with us, and our participants also want that if you can just start, because due to some technical fault they couldn't attend, means like they couldn't means like enjoy the webinar. So if you can just review, means like give a summary or a review from your presentation, that will be great.
so should I start from again
Yeah.
from the first slide?
Yeah, if you can just give us a summary for whole of the webinar through all the presentations.
Okay, not an issue. I'll do that.
Okay. Participants, we are now restarting up the presentation so that you can just ask your queries and everything. I suppose you are not facing any kind of a problem right now. So I would like to again introduce Mr. Kashyap Juthani, who is the founder CEO of online textbook buying and renting store that is called www.bucketbolt.com. Okay, and Mr. Kashyap has completed his BE degree in 2010 and has started with a startup that is Bucketbolt, and he had started right after his college in October 2010, and it's an online bookstores which is coming up in the market because there was no online portal which offers actually university-based textbooks and which most of the students prefer reading. So out of this idea, Bucket Boat was born. So he's a very optimistic about education sector and really passionate about the work he's doing. So his dream is to serve at least 1 lakh students in next 2 years. So Kashyap, you can just start with your presentation so that people can join us or more people can also join us. Okay, Kashyap?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So as I got introduced, I mean, we are an online textbook bank and renting store. So what basically we do, I mean, we started in October 2010 actually. And the thing what we do is renting. As we suppose, you might think that, we might be doing a 5-day rental or 15-day rental, or how does a library kind of stuff operate. But the thing is, what we do is, since we are into operating into education sector pertaining to the academic books, the renting here is suppose like, we give some upfront discount to the students when they buy books for the first time. It varies from 5, 10 to 15%. And then next year we give them a 50 to 60% money back depending on the course. Generally for commerce courses we give a 50% money back, and for the engineering and the technical courses we give a 60% money back. So ultimately discount is about 70 to 75% is what a student gets a discount after the course gets over. So basically this is the model. The cycle continues, and this cycle gets continues till the books are in syllabus. So this is what we do. I mean, so this is the picture here. You might be seeing it. It's an online model where we give books to the students directly at the doorstep. They did not travel for the books they need. Plus a unique rental where there's an upfront 10% discount as I mentioned, and 50 to 60% money back. So in all, the students saving about 70, 75% or 60% money when they buy books from Bucket Bolt. Since there are many offline stores doing it, I mean, it's a trend in India. Any bookstore might be doing all this kind of stuff. But what we have done is we have brought the entire model online. Books get delivered to the students online, and we collect the books from the students from their places itself. So students save a lot of money, time and energy. Plus those books which we take back from the students are put on the website as second-hand books. So the students can buy the second-hand books as well, and the same cycle continues. And the same cycle continues till the books are in syllabus. So this is the thing that we do. I mean, it's a complete transparent model. We get books at some discount, 25, 40%, 50% discount from the bookstores. We pass the maximum discount at the first time to the students, and then we give them a 60% money back. And those books are put up as second-hand books on the website. So this is how the entire story works in our online model. So the thing is, buyback strategy holds a very key position in the business which we are operating, because you can sell books to anyone. Once it's sold, give it to any courier company, they'll send it. You get the money by payment or cash on delivery. Payment get or cash on delivery, that's fine. But the most important thing is, how do you buy back those books? I mean, how do you get back the books from those individual places? And currently no courier company in India does reverse logistics. I mean, even if they bring back the books, they'll charge some money, that obvious they do, but they won't bring the cash. If students opt that, they won't give the cash to the students. If a student say that if the book cost is 100, I'm selling it, I should get 50 rupees back when I return the book. That facility is also available on the website. We give it to the students. So no courier company in India currently does that. So that is the biggest challenge that we are facing, and we are trying to solve that problem currently at Bucket Bolt. Because since we are operational in Mumbai and Pune, we have got our own logistics for those areas where we get back the books for ourselves. We are setting up operations in Gujarat probably in 6 to 8 months. From there also we'll have our own operational team where our own logistics team, delivery boys, will get the books back. So that is the main strategy that we have for Bucket Bolt, I mean. And as I mentioned earlier, if I give you an analysis of the market Indian education system, 40% of the total education system comprises of higher education. 40% consists of the schools. Currently, we just entered into schools for ICSE, CBSE, IGCSE books. So that is the thing. Plus, to give you a size of the market, I mean, currently there are about more than 26,000 institutions in India only for higher education. Also, the better thing that we got from the report is, higher education market, I mean book market, is around $500 million. That's only higher education. Plus if you consider the school section, it's about 650, 700 $1 million market. So ultimately, the total market size which we are operating in consists of about 1.2 to 1.25 billion dollars. And the interesting fact that comes out of it is 70% of the books in India are reused. So that is a biggest advantage for Bucketbolt since we are operating, because there are many dozens of portals online. They sell the books online, but there is no strategy where they can get the books back. They give you the money to the students. So that is the biggest crux we are operating. Regarding my competition, as since we are into the business, there has to be competitors. Of lately, within a year or so, there are a couple of websites that has come up. Copy Kitab, Stuff Bag, they're Delhi based, someone is Bhopal based. So they have started this model. They're pretty new. Their product offering is not as big as what we do. Plus their the revenues and market is also small. Addressable market is also small as compared to Bucketbolt. So that is the thing. Plus few years from now, everything works on buyback model, because there are dozens of companies selling things online, and we are the only one who are into buyback and second-hand books. So our entire process goes behind the buyback. I mean the delivery model, reach, one-stop solution, how to get back book from students in time, upload those books, create a marketplace for second-hand books as well. So that is our core focus currently, and for a few years we'll shortly and solely focus on reverse logistics and buyback. Yeah, that's it. That's what I had to say.
Okay, participants.
Yeah, so any questions anybody would like to ask to me?
Yeah, Nitish Kumar Vinam has a question. Nitish, I'm just unmuting you. You can ask a question from Kashyap. Yeah, Nitish, you can just carry on now. Nitish, can you hear us? Hello, Nitish? Nitish, we can't hear you properly. So if you can just adjust your mic. Nitish, kindly means like I'll unmute you later on. Abhi we have a KJ Bala Murugan. He has a question right now. KJ Bala, you can ask your question right now to Kashyap.
Yeah, hello, I'm Bala here.
Yeah, Murugan.
Hello?
Question.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, Murugan,
How does the thing apply to a certain type of the
Please adjust your mic
Nita,
because
I think there is.
yeah,
Yeah,
how
there
does
is
it apply
a
to a sort of Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but when you speak,
Hello?
there is some echo or something like that.
Oh.
Hello?
Okay, how does this thing apply for this sort of Leandro?
Still there is echo.
Hello?
Can you do one thing? Can you just type
Hello?
it and I'll speak if you can hear me properly? Hello, I can't hear you properly. If you can hear me properly, then can you just type it?
Interference,
then you can ask your question by clicking, by typing it on the chat window also. We are online on chat window. If you can just ask the question in chat window, that will be great. I'm again unmuting Nitish Kumar so that you can ask your question, ask his question. So Nitish, you can ask your question from Kashyap. Okay, I suppose Nitish couldn't hear us. So Kashyap, I'm just reading out the Nitish question. He's saying
Okay.
that I'm planning for a startup in the e-commerce sector. So where exactly I can start from, and what things need to be kept in the mind in starting up such kind of a venture?
Yeah, so starting an e-commerce venture has, I mean, you told a very broad term. First, look out what you want to start in e-commerce, because there are apparels, there are books, there are electronics. So every domain or every genre has its limitations. When you go to electronics, there are more wear and tear. When you go to apparels, there has to be look and feel. So the site has to be developed in such a way that the person gets the exact look and feel of what you're trying to sell. When you're selling a books, you know, the image and everything is correct. I mean, books is the easiest thing to sell online to start with actually. The other thing what comes to e-commerce is, you know, everything is shown on the front end. The biggest crux lies on the back end in terms of logistics and supply chain. Even if you're selling electronics, apparels, books or anything online, the major thing you need to develop is logistics, how you're going to supply it, because there are many courier companies who will tell you that we do the best logistics and we can supply you to the place, but the thing is, you know, don't buy them. They say we'll deliver within 2 days, it might take 3 days, 4 days. So the biggest crux is to develop a system on the back end where, you know, you can track the orders. Even they give a tracking, but you can track their orders. Plus there has to be a communication constantly with the customer. Once he places the order, there has to be a communication. When you ship the book, there has to be a communication, because the thing is, many a time email is missed by the customer. The thing is, these online websites, what they do is, you know, once they place the order, email is given to you. Once they ship your order, email is given to you. They even message it. But the best way of communication is by talking to them. Even when they don't reply or when they don't pick up the phone, email and phone messaging is better. But the best way is when the order is shipped, you tell them within this stipulated time the order will be given. So the communication is very much needed in e-commerce, because the customer is not seeing the item, he doesn't know where the item is, he doesn't know when it's going to ship. So you should keep on communicating with the customer at every stages, and that gives them a trust and confidence that, you know, this is a real thing, and you know, if I buy, I know when that item is going to ship, from where it is going to ship, how it is going to come. So these are the real crux of e-commerce. Now, starting just a website is the tip of the iceberg, I would say. You should work on logistics, customer service. These are the three key things that you should look out when you start an e-commerce company.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, Kashyap. So now we have our next question from Yogesh Arora. Yogesh, you can ask your question. I have unmuted you. So, yeah, Yogesh. Hello, Yogesh. Can you hear us? Yogesh, can you hear us properly? I suppose Yogesh is not available right now. So next question is from Murugan, K.J. Bala Murugan. He has just asked that how does things supply for southern part of India?
Sorry, I did not get you. Can you repeat it?
How does things supply for southern part of India? Means like how
does supply work in southern part of India?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same everywhere. You know, what matters are the pin codes. Pin codes means the location. You know, in every state, or if you go north states or western states or southern states, the thing is, to the metros or to the proper cities, the deliveries are fine. But when you go to cities or towns where there are people, they have got the internet connection and they are buying the books, that is the key thing. If they get satisfied, they're going to buy it regularly from you because they don't have the accessibility. So the thing is, logistics works in the same way every time, even if it's a southern part or it's a western part or northern part. The key lies where you're shipping, because just to give my example, we shipped a book currently in Madhya Pradesh, and it was a town named Obedullah-Ganj. Not even Blue Dart, not even DTDC, not even First Flight delivers the book to that place. We approached Postal Service, Indian Postal Service, Speed Post, they deliver it there within 2 days. Till date, I was under the impression that, you know, these services, courier service like Blue Dart, are much more efficient than our postal service, but I was wrong. Now, what I have done is, for all those regions, I have tied up directly with the postal service. Given any pin code in India, they deliver the stuff to the place they want. So the thing which I learned from this was, you know, what matters is how you engage with the customers also, and how you make sure that the books reaches to the proper place you want, no matter which part of India you're operating in actually. Yeah.
So Kashyap, now next question is from Sneha
So
Bhandari.
next question.
Yeah, Bhandari. Sneha Bhandari. I'm just unmuting Sneha. You can ask your question to Kashyap. Yeah, Sneha, you can go on. Hello, Sneha, can you hear us? Sneha, can you hear us? Okay, I suppose Sneha is having some kind of
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mr. Kashyap. Okay. See, my question to you is, I already have a
I can't hear you now. I just only heard my question is nothing else.
Sneha, we can't hear you properly.
A brand of t-shirts called Nirvana. And I have a brand of t-shirts called Nirvana.
Okay.
Is that clear to you? Can you hear that?
I just heard a brand of t-shirts called Nirvana.
Sneha, we can't hear you properly. If you can just type your question, I can ask it to Kaushik. Kashyap. Okay, Kashyap. We have a next question from Ashish Chadha. Ashish Chadha has asked that what is the future for ebooks? A person can download the content and watch it. Do you think it is one of the challenges in future for like book portals?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you know, honestly speaking, as I told earlier in my presentation, that we are exploring many domains. We are won't be limited only to textbooks, but we would be certainly into education sector, and ebooks is the key. Because the thing is, currently the market for ebooks in India is not developed because of the reasons, and it's developed in the US because the tablets and smartphones are very much available everywhere in US. You know, the people are comfortable with the tabs and it's very cost effective. The problem with India is people have smartphones, but the thing is, the 3-inch screen, 3.5-inch screen is not that good for people to read stuffs. And when it comes to computers and laptops, you know, the thing with books is you need the feel. I mean, the feel of rotating the pages, the feel of marking an answer, the feel of scribbling. So that all things comes with the touch. So, and the touch is available in the pad and the bigger size smartphones if they have a 4-inch screen or something like that. But still I would go to tabs and iPads or something like that. So the thing is, when these items becomes like a normal day-to-day routine with the people, like how you buy a phone, and people will start buying a tabs, which I'm pretty sure which will be there in 3 to 4 years from now. And we are also developing a system currently as well. Probably in few months you might see ebooks from us as well. So the thing is, when that comes, then using an ebook is much more efficient, and it takes time, because you know, when you buy a tab for 8 to 9,000 rupees, which is the cheapest, it doesn't give you that feel. The sensing is not that good, and if you go for a gooder tabs, it costs about 18-20,000 rupees. So the thing is, still that is a luxury for the students in India. Not everyone has a tab, and reading from a click of a mouse is not that great for the students. So as and when this all things start proliferating, you know, it will be, I'm sure ebooks can not take over, but ebooks will be used substantially by the students, because it's lightweight. There's no weight. You can access it from anywhere, read it anywhere. So I am optimistic about the future of ebooks. That's for sure.
Okay. So Kashyap, we have a next question from Hardik. He has asked that how do you manage such a huge database of your customers and constantly maintaining it?
Managing a database is like, it's all in the systems, right? You know, the reason for us as well is, you know, we have to play with the database. You know, once you have the database of the students, you need to mail them that we are going to buy back your books, and we have to see to it that the particular semester books goes to a particular student only, that you know, you had bought this book and next you can buy this books from us. And it's a play. You know, if you're good with even in Excel, you can play with any kind of databases. And you know, in any e-commerce or online, the customers or the database is your power. The more database you have, the more you have to play with it, and the more you can refine it and give appropriate direct things to the students or your customers on what they need. So database, you know, once you start a venture, something like that, the more database you have, the more you'll start enjoying it. It's not a pain to you. That's for sure. You'll enjoy it because you want more and more people.
Yeah, Kashyap. So we have a next question from Ankit Yadav. He is asking like, how Bucketboard refund or pay back money by giving second-hand books from people? What if book is torn or misplaced?
The book is torn or misplaced?
Yeah, misplaced. P-A-G-E-D.
Mispage. Yeah. We have our quality check. As I told you, we have our own logistics for the city where we are operating online rental models. So it's like, you know, when our customer goes to when our delivery boy goes to the customer's place, we have a quality checks, and it's written on the website itself that, you know, you have to abide by the rules when you're buying back, and it's written in simple word that the condition of the book should be such that it should be readable by the people whom it is going after you. So, you know, there should not be any torn pages. There should not be, you know, scribbling. The cover page and the pages should be proper. these are the factors that we determine. If all these things are met, I mean, we found in the books, we tell our delivery boys not to accept the books, and the money is not given for that particular book. That's it.
Okay. So, Kashyap, we have a next question from Sneha. Sneha Bandare was asking the question, right? And we are having some problem. So she was asking, like, I have a website launched just recently called www.nirvanatshirts.com. I want to ask which sites should I tie up with lesser cost so as to have max conversions.
See, basically, first, that's a good question, and we also relied on it when we started. First, you have to identify target audience. I mean, your T-shirts. Basically, college students is the first key. I mean, for sure, people in the teenage and the age while they're in college, university are your buyers. They're definitely gonna buy. So first, to spread the word, tie up with the people who are related to education sector and they're not doing what you're doing. Let's say there are some websites who have content only for engineering students, like, they are giving college cutoffs and what are the college lists, and where you can find the best colleges and what are the reviews and all those kind of stuff. Tie up with them.
Kashyap,
You can do such kind of tie up where you put a banner ad. If not a banner ad, that might cost you something like that. Just tell them that you can be my affiliate, or I can put a link of my site on a website where you can buy, students can buy the t-shirts, and as in the sales are done, you can track it through. There are many softwares available where you can track the conversion from one site to your site. You track it, and as and when the sales are done, I'll pay you the commission. So look for as many websites as you can. There are, I mean, I can even tell you hundreds of websites who are only content for students, and they have a really huge traffic. They have got about 5,000, 6,000 visitors a day, and they have got only content. So you can type with them, tell them, I've started this company, I can pay you commission. Students who buy t-shirts from me, I can give them, I can give you a commission, and you handle the entire logistics report for it.
Yeah, Kashyap.
Yeah,
Sneha is saying that I have a fan base of 11,000 people in 3 months on FB. Have a blog site, and she's also on Twitter too. But again, she's having a fan base of 11,000 people in 3 months on Facebook, and she's also having a blog site, and she's also having a Twitter account, but she can't see any kind of conversions.
She can't? I did not get the last one. What she can't?
She don't have any kind of conversions from them.
Yeah, because the thing is, I mean, you need to attack from all the sides. Because, Facebook is something where people log in daily, but, posting same usual stuffs on Facebook, people do get bored. I mean, it's overlooked many times when you start telling, hey, this is a t-shirt, or, interact with them or something, because now the Facebook is filled with so many things. There are hardly a couple of seconds with the people where they can see your brand in the timeline. Same is with the Twitter. I mean, you can interact with people on Twitter, but there has to be more visibility. They can see what you're doing. So for me, if you ask me, I would suggest tie up with as many sites which are related to your target audience. Tie up with them. So it will take a cumulative effect. Tying up with those sites, they can see there. Then you do a Facebook promotions in terms of, coming up with all the daily stuffs on the Facebook, so they can see there. Interact people on Twitter. So it creates a mass effect. I mean, people are attacked from all the sites. And for a brand, I mean, for a recall, it takes at least 2 to 3 times for a person to get a recall value. If you see it once, you'll forget. If you see it twice, you forget. If you see it thrice, 4 times, 5 times, then only people will remember there is something called a place where you can buy t-shirts and all those kind of stuff. So the more important thing is recall value. There has to be a multiple recalls with the people. Then only they remember what they are, what the brand is actually.
Okay. So Kashyap, we have a next question from Riya Viswas. She's asking 2 questions that can give me an estimated data, if we can just provide her estimated idea of how much amount of capital anybody is needed to start an e-commerce venture, and along with it, how many minimum people is required to start an e-commerce venture.
Yeah, see, to start an e-commerce venture, many people look, even when I was doing a survey research during my college days, I thought starting an e-commerce company is like just starting a website. That's it. Once a website is on through Google, the people will start coming, and at least I can do some sales. And I can manage it with myself and another guy who can procure the book for me or handle the logistics. But that's, that's not the thing. In the course of this 2.5 years, what I have realized is, e-commerce, first see what you're selling. And the thing is, in terms of selling anything online, you are as new as only when you started. Once you started, tomorrow anyone can copy it, unless and until you have something to offer which others can't. When your strategy is defined only by price. See, if I consider electronics, there are tens of websites selling electronics, and even I can start my own website tomorrow. I can sell pen drive and laptops and all those kind of stuff online. So the only thing is they have a greater volume purchase, so they have got bigger margins and they can give greater discount. I will give less discount, but at least I can start a store and sell one or two mobiles. But the thing is, when you start an e-commerce company, first you have to define what you are selling. If you're selling the normal stuffs which other people are selling, and you have some differentiation, then first you need to put forth that differentiation. Plus, if you think that you're not selling something different which others are selling, then you should have a great money power. I mean, sustaining in e-commerce are the only people who are sustaining in e-commerce are the people who have got deep pockets. I mean, if you compare Flipkart and Home Shop 18 for an example in terms of the goods they are selling, many electronic items are cheaper in Home Shop 18 than Flipkart. But why Flipkart is so much popular is because they have their own differentiation and entry barrier which they have created is service part. They are giving an experience to people rather than selling stuff. It's buying from Flipkart is an experience for some people, like the delivery time, the packaging, the service they provide, the customer service they provide. So try to differentiate on that part. And if you are competing with the similar portals, then the first thing you need is a money power to sustain, because you require a good logistics team to procure things. Today you might be selling 10 stuffs online or 10 things a day online, or 10 customer servings or 10 customers a day, but probably you need to increase your awareness, and then probably you might go to 50 customers or 50 things or 100 things a day. So the thing is important as the business grows, the important thing is you should have a good team of logistics to handle all this kind of stuff. Operations is the core part. I mean, you will see ki chalo aaj, I am there, I'll buy the stuffs, I'll pack it and I'll ship it. By end of the day, I'm free. Tomorrow morning again I'll do. But the thing is, there are many things involved in e-commerce. Customer service is the key thing. If 10 people ask you a doubt and you solve it after 2 days, that's not the thing they're gonna like. They're not gonna come again to your website. So you need to have a good logistics team, at least 2 to 3 people when you start with, who can handle your packaging or shipping or timely delivery. Because the thing is, there might be stuff which might not be available, or you might not have any other inventory, or you might have to print it if you are in from printing business. So that takes a time. So one person might be engaged in that. So all these things have to be taken care of. And in terms of money, if you tell me how much money it is needed to start with, I mean, I feel you should start with some capital in the sense which will keep you going till the time you don't make actual money. So you should take care, you should know what amount of money you might need. Like, I'm selling this much, these are my margins, so I need to continue till this time or something like that. So that is the thing. Yeah.
So Kashyap, now we have a next question from Teja Swarup.
Yeah, next
Koshi. He's asking, I am a mobile web application developer. How should I go to public with my apps? Is website sufficient? What are initial steps of marketing of my apps?
See, the app generally, you sell it in a marketplace. I mean, if you create your own app, then obviously you're selling it a marketplace, iOS, Android, and all those kind of stuff. The thing is, what I have learned when I'm catering to the youngster or the student crowd is, it's really viral. I mean, viral in the sense, it's like if it's really good, if one person likes it, he'll tell to 10 different person. So in terms of marketing it, currently marketing something without spending anything, interacting with people, is social media. Try and use Twitter, Facebooks, plus every now and then update people with your current position in terms of how good your app is, or what a feature you introduced in the app, or what is the listing. If it's good, what is the listing, how many times it got downloaded, who all downloaded, or you can also tell them why to download my app, all those kind of stuff. So basically, if your app is targeting youngsters, I mean, basically might be doing that only. look at all those kind of stuffs. Like, you know, if one person is using it, if it's good, if he's gonna tell to many person, I'm sure. So you need to take that things in consideration, keep them updated. You know, there's a marketplace, but thing is, you know, unless and until it's really good, it takes time to come up in the marketplace, come up in the ranking. So keep on updating people via your social media, via your blog, that what new things you're doing, what funny thing a customer did, or what funny things you can do with the app. So that really adds value, and they see many times it adds a recall. As I said earlier, you know, recall is very important for a brand to sell. Once it is forgotten, it's always gone. You know, you need to have a recall day in and day out. You know, you tell people that I am existing in this world, and you know, this is the really good thing which I'm selling to you. That's it.
Okay, Kashyap. So next question we are having from Yogesh Arora. He has two questions. Number one is, how is it different from the other online rental bookstores? And second is, if you are selling used books, how do customers believe that you are going to give book book in good condition?
Yes. So see, that is the key challenge. That's what we need to build a trust. I mean, you know, how do people come to know that the book is good? So currently, since we are operational since just few months, I mean 18-20 months, the reason for it is, you know, the thing is, we convey it to students. What we do is, you know, every time we get used books into our place or our go down, what we do is, you know, we proliferate the images of the books to the students. We have our own rating for the books, where students can rate the books, how good the book was. Plus, what we extensively use Facebook and Twitter for marketing our used books, in terms of, you know, we put up the images of the used books. Like once we get the books in the go down for a particular course, we take up the images and share it on Facebook and tell it to people. And, see, these are the conditions of what we, how we manage our used books. You know, this is the condition. There are no pages torn. The quality is really awesome, like just like the first 10 book. So it slowly develops. You know, initially when we started, we hardly had any buyers for used books. People used to buy new books, but that was not the business which we wanted to do. I mean, there are dozens of portals doing it. But we got all the books from the people whom we sold the new books, but there were no buyers for used books. I mean, it was a dead inventory for us. Then we started doing all those kind of stuffs, you know, where we put up images of our used books and tell to people, hey guys, this is a really this is a used books and the condition is really good. We have our own quality checks. We show them these are the quality checks which we do with used books. People rate our books on the website who have used it and who have given back their rating that this was a really good book and the condition is really good. So these are the factors that we have brought in for selling our used books, and also the trust. Once you have a good quality book, next time you won't hesitate from buying used books from us. So it's all a matter of trust. You know, once, twice, thrice people start buying it, the trust will start developing it. That's it. Yeah. Next question.
We have a next question from Hardik. He's asking, how can I plan for the initial investment if I want to start one such venture?
See, initial investment in e-commerce, if you're technically sound, then you did not, if you want to because there are many people who outsource their web portals. So that is the cost you have to take into consideration. The other cost you have to take into consideration is inventory. Since you are an e-commerce inventory, you feel that I won't maintain inventory, as and when orders come, I'll ship it and all. But again, it depends from business to business, what business you are in. If you're in a business of electronics which are easily available, so you might think, okay, fine, I did not maintain inventory. If you're selling goods like handicrafts or something like that, where there is a thing required to maintain inventory because it can't be made every time, or every time the craftsmen are not available. So you have to take care of the inventory. How many goods you want to have for the inventory. You have to allocate a specific budget to it. So that is the second thing. The other thing is manpower. For e-commerce company, manpower is the key, because if you're 2 to 3 guys who are starting it and you say, okay, fine, we'll manage everything. One is managing marketing, one is managing operations, one is managing customer service. But the thing is, that's good. You're 2 to 3 guys who are starting, that's good. But you require some people who can manage your actual backend operations. Actual backend operations means bringing back the books, bringing books or something like that. If you're selling some stuffs, to get that stuffs from the warehouse or the distributors or the manufacturers, getting to your place, packaging, shipping, then there are default codes you need to replace. So you need some people for that. At least, you know, you consider the delivery boys kind of stuff, labor work kind of stuff, 2 to 3 people. So that is the third thing taken into consideration, how much money you might need it. Also, it depends on the margins you are enjoying. So if you tell that my margins are 10-15%, and you suppose you plan that you can sell about 50-100 goods in a month, so you need to take into consideration that what amount of money I need for certain period of time, so that I can continue with the losses or, you know, overheads which I am getting currently. So these are 3-4 things. So to summarize it, it's like the first thing is, you know, the entire technical portal website, who is gonna make, or you're gonna make, or outsourcing it or something like that. So that is the thing, or you're using open source or template or something like that. Second thing is logistics boys and delivery boys and all those kind of stuff, inventory which you need to maintain. So you need to allocate a budget for all those kind of things according to the business you are entering. So these are all things you need to take into consideration for
Okay,
the
Kashyap.
money that should be allocated. Yes.
Yeah. So now Yogesh have a question that apart from books, how can I sell items which people buy only when they try it? Not just by looking at the picture on the website. Means like it's kind of he's asking that touch and feel concept which people
But
have.
in terms of like, it depends from things to things. Like if you're selling, like say books, which is easiest thing to sell online, that you don't require touch and feel. I mean, is it? I mean, I don't know where people need a feel of the book. I mean, you just need the content of the book. But when you go into apparels, or even there are sites which sell perfumes online. So I don't know if I know that this brand is good and I'm using this brand daily, so I do not. But when it comes to perfumes, I need to smell it, right? I mean, I need to smell the perfume. If I like the smell, then only buy it. So these are the, if I'm buying apparel, the thing is, you know, I'm seeing a t-shirt there. If I am buying it for the first time, I need to know. I'm taking a risk. If someone has told me that these are the good t-shirts available on this site, then I can blindly go and buy it. I know it's a good quality. But when I'm buying something for the first time from somewhere I don't know, I need to know what is the quality of the t-shirt, and the thing is, will it fit me? Because some companies have a size where L is okay for someone, and some companies for the same person medium size is okay. So that also varies. You need to try it to see that which t-shirt or which shirt will fit me. So these are the things you need to take into consideration. But once you go on buying it, or once you go on experiencing it from the same site, then this aspect goes on decreasing. But for start, at least, yeah, you need all those kind of stuff, right?
Okay. Okay, Kashyap.
that's it.
Next question is from Hardik Vasa. He's asking that I do not have an e-commerce venture, but I have a hobby to make different kind of robots. So how do I bring my
Different
work
kind
to
of
people?
different kind of
Robots.
robots. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, as you know, Hardik, there are so, I mean, I'm just giving an example. People are conducting workshops, right? You know, there are so many companies. I can even tell you name of you: Robosoft, Technophilia, all those kind of companies, Gridbot. They started as a passion to create robots. You know, autonomous robots, line follower, wired robots, PC controlled robots. So what they did, they started conducting workshops in colleges. I mean, they approach colleges, schools, that, you know, I can teach your students, or, you know, the people in the college, I can teach you how to make robots. So, I mean, and it's a full-fledged career for many people, and they're really making an awesome money. So you can definitely convert your hobby into, and, you know, a profession. Just go to people, because there are still many schools, still many students, they get, you know, they feel, and you know, if you make something which works automatically, or, you know, it's a motor enabled, they feel really excited for it, and it's a really good hobby. You can, you know, convert into profession. Go approach colleges, schools, tell them, you know, I can conduct workshop for the schools of your students or particular class, or go to college and tell that, you know, I can, if you're going to engineering college, you can tell them electronics, computers, IT, I can teach you how to make robots for the first year students, which they can use in competitions in the colleges and schools wherever they go. So I mean, you can really proliferate by approaching people, you know, approaching schools, classes, talking to students. I am creating a workshop in my locality. I'm making a robot, who needs to join it. There might be 5, 10, 6 people for a start. But as and when you're good, you can even sell those products. Like, you know, already ready-made robots with batteries and a remote control. Sell it to a student that you can buy it and take it from me. Yeah, that anything can work for you.
Yep.
Next question.
Everybody has, I think, completed his questions now, and Nitish Kumar Vinnam has just thank you for your guidance, and he's just asking a contact from your side, so that people can just, if you can just provide us your email ID or number, so that is to
Should I type it here?
Yeah, you can just type on the website right now in the PPT, which is showing in the screen.
So this is my email ID, and for this is my contact number.
But we can't see anything, Kashyap, right now.
You did not get anything?
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, okay. So I'm just speaking everything on. Actually, people can't see anything on chat. I'm just writing down the Kashyap's email ID and cell phone number, so you people can note it down in your notebook or anything. So this is the email ID of Kashyap. That is kashyap@bucketbolt.com. And I'm just okay, Kashyap. One more question we have now.
Okay.
It's from Ankit Yadav. That we are student startups which deals with robotics workshop in school and college, and how e-commerce will help us in getting my venture large.
Yeah, see, basically the thing is, in robotics workshop, even I know many websites. What you do, you can list down where your current workshop is going on. You know, set up a website with your domain name or company name. You can list down, you know, where all the workshops are going on. Plus, you can also sell your made products online. Like, you know, you're doing autonomous robotics or a line follower. You can just put it on a website that, you know, this is a line follower, this is the cost, and you can buy it. Plus, you know, you can fill up a page where anybody who is interested in the workshop can contact me. Plus, you can put up, you know, the details about every time you can update them. This is the new circuit coming up, or this is the new board coming up, which can be integrated with the stuff. This is the new battery available. You can sell batteries as well. You know, you can sell PCBs. If anybody wants to get the PCBs made, they can do it. So, I mean, there are people doing it, you know, who have their own workshop kind of stuffs where there you can do and all those kind of stuffs. Yeah, that's it.
It's nice to have a session with you, and thank you very much for being with us over here. The webinar was hosted by Nurture Talent Academy, and we have a schedule of one more webinar on 28th of June. You can join us over there. The timing of the workshop is 6 to 7 p.m. and the topic of the workshop is, so you want to be an entrepreneur. So if you are an entrepreneur in nature and you have any kind of idea, you can just join us on our webinar, which is on 28th of June from 6 p.m. to 7 o'clock by the evening. So thank you very much, participants, for being with us and participating in the webinar. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so should I log out now? Hello?